Hello, darlings. Just another quick video. Freedom from Narc-free formula here. So I just want to show a video about narcissists and their lying. Something's come up just recently for me on the personal narc front, and it made me think that I'd like to just do a quick video about lying, because as we all know, the narcissists are prone to exaggeration, to outright blatant lying, and they also do the half-truths where they add a little bit of truth to the lie to make it seem more realistic and easier to tell, because they focus on the bit that is the truth. But this other bit that I was noticing just recently is quite fascinating, and this is it. So in my personal situation, something came up where I don't usually have contact with my narcissist, but unfortunately I've had to in the last couple of days. Anyhow, so something came up, and basically it ended up in me, saying to him, something about he'd sent me a particular song called Drug of Choice. So he outright lied, but then he did something really fascinating. He said, "Go on then, where's your proof?" Now, I suppose he was just praying that I didn't have the proof, because obviously I have the proof. He knows that he sent it because he sent it, but he's just trying to bluff, hoping that I didn't have the message saved. So it was like a 50-50 chance that he could get away with it. And then when I sent him the proof, I only sent one bit of proof because, I'm not going to spend my time scrolling through messages to prove something to someone who already knows what they've said and done. I mean, that is just absurdity, and that is exactly the kind of games you do not want to play with narcissists. However, sometimes things happen to me and to others in our journeys, and we have to learn the lessons the hard way. So I had to go through this little re-entry back into the narc realm, and now I'm back out again. But as I said, it was just really fascinating. So in his mind, it was, I suppose, if I couldn't produce the evidence, then it would make it like it never happened. It would make it like he was telling the truth. So this is how loose their grip on the truth and reality is. If you can't prove it, then it's not real. But if you can prove it, then they go to the next level. So I'm wondering what his next level would have been, whether or not, like I said, he knows that he sent it. So I assume the proof is for the new supply, because he wants to maybe prove to her that it never happened. And so I assume he either didn't pass on the message to her. There's no way on God's green earth he's going to show her the message with the proof. So I'm sure he would have just gone to the bathroom, deleted the message and say, "Oh yeah, well, she never responded," So, obviously he did have no evidence or something like that. But as I said, that just goes to show how loose the truth is to a narcissist. And if anyone who is involved in this situation, who is not the narcissist, wants to see the evidence, they can contact me anytime. Only when you're serious, though, because I've got all the evidence. Anyhow, look, the thing is, narcs aren't very practical. They're not very logical. Their lies often get them tripped up. I remember one of the other funny lies that when he was trying to cover up for something, and I knew about something that he had told me directly, and he was trying to say that no, he hadn't told me. And And seeing his reaction, he went into an instant freak out mode where he started saying, oh, I don't know how you know, with your tarot cards and Ouija boards. Very bizarre, very strange behavior. So watch for those little tells, because that's what they are. They're little tells. They're kind of really just strange, obscure thing to say. Yeah. The thing is, though, also, when it comes to lying to the new supply or, whoever they were with at the time, one of the main reasons that they get away with it is that the new supply is trusting and wants to believe them, because no one wants to face the fact that they're involved with someone who is, a manipulative liar / con man / psychologically unstable / dangerous. I mean, no one wants to admit that to themselves. It's easier to just stay in denial, and not only that, because you also know on some level that if you start unraveling the lies, that the whole thing is going to fall apart, and then you're going to have to try and escape. And then the reality that you're actually trapped becomes an issue. And this is why, I suppose, for a lot of people, they don't unravel the lies. They do just stay, trapped and pretending to themselves. I mean, I did it. I was pretending to myself for a very long time, pretending to myself that things weren't as bad as they really were, pretending to myself that, no, he's not really, he's not really a psychopath. It's just that, he's in a bad mood today, or, he got upset from work, or, he's just hanging out, he needs a cigarette, or whatever justification, I gave. But the reality is none of those things were what the real issue was. The real issue was that he is a psychopath. And as I said, and having to face that fact, was the beginning for me of having to figure out how to leave. And that's not an easy thing to do, as anyone who's ever left a psychopath will tell you. So sometimes it's easier to just believe the lies, but Jesus Christ, some of the lies are just so unbelievable. Like I remember having times where he'd just be lying so badly, and I used to think, is my face, am I pulling some really weird face right now? Because I honestly just couldn't believe the bullshit that he expected me to believe and that he thought he was getting away with. Right now, for example, he's probably thinking, oh, excellent, I got away with tricking the new supply. She doesn't know that I sent that song. She doesn't know that I did and said all the things, that I did and said. He must feel really good about that. But if I was him, I would probably be thinking more along the lines of, it's just a matter of time before my new supply actually figures me out. Because, she's not that dumb. She's half his age and she's dumb, but she's not that dumb. You can't be that dumb. Surely not. Anyhow, darlings, yeah, they lie. They lie about lying. And then they get really abusive when you challenge them, and when you hold your ground, and when you present evidence that proves, straight out that they just lied. And if he lied about the Kalichi song, he lied about everything else that he said. I'm going to actually put the little Kalichi, the lyrics to Kalichi, because this was the other thing that he did. He tried to then say, oh, no, that this song, this Kalichi song that he sent to me, oh, no, that he actually sent it to me, but it's about her. Because, that's what we do. We send songs about other people saying, this is for you, but it's really to someone else. I'm going to put the words in the comments. And if you're watching, read the words. You have a read and you tell me what you think. Do you think it's to you or do you think it's to me? I know that you'd like to think that that I don't exist and that, everything you've got with him is all awesome. But, I spent, nearly 14 years. Okay, so obviously there was something there. I mean, I know that they do lie and say, oh, I never found my wife attractive. Oh, I never this and I never that. Yeah, right, mate, whatever. Keep telling lies. All right, darlings, that's all I wanted to say. And remember this, lies lie. See ya.